Let's have a 1 minute silence, actually 2 second silence for French President Emmanuel Macron. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So, because he completely lost control of the parliamentary elections in France, only 2 months after his presidential election. And they all celebrated, all the new liberal globalists saying, oh, this is it. France is now a centrist country. Yeah, sure. Even though we had Le Pen and her party gaining a lot of support again, they didn't really care about any of that, or the other smaller parties, the hard left parties. We did say, wait for the National Assembly election. Let's wait for your parliamentary procedure, see how that works. Well, the result is out. Last night we had the numbers coming out. The main two parties, the top two parties who got the most seats, they are the hard left parties, classic France. And then the third one is the National Rally of Marine Le Pen. So that's the narrative now. That's the French the control in terms of the political spectrum. And then you had the fourth one being the Republicans. The centre-right conservatives, who are not really conservative anymore at this point. Macron himself, his whole platform got destroyed, which means that he's completely lost control of power in French politics. Within the next few years, he can't really do anything. Complete deadlock. And the problem we have is that there's now under pressure. There are people calling on him for him to resign. I mean, it's getting so bad in French politics that you've got the radical sides of both sides getting into getting platformed, and the centrists, who we always knew was a bubble, it was never going to last that long, having a meltdown. They don't know how to take back control of their establishment. Now, I disagree with a number of people. Tom Harwood of GB News actually came out and said he was very upset. He was very worried, and saying that, well, this is absolutely chaotic. That, it's very sad news that you have the alternative parties, the radical parties, gaining control and support. What do you mean? It's democracy. I mean, it is democracy, and you could disagree. We could be sad, but it's not some sort of revolution. It's just French democracy. People voted, and their vote should be respected. This, goes back to the whole argument that we always have on this channel. One thing is about accepting democratic results and votes and verdict, and the other thing is about actually learning from mistakes. There's a reason that the centrist establishment in France got destroyed last night. It's because there is absolutely no appetite for weak leadership or for lies and empty promises. During the presidential election, Macron went on TV and said, I am now so right-wing, I want to ban migration. You wanted to close down borders. What happened after that? Nothing. Nothing is going to be done about any of that. He's a classic politician who lies and lies and lies. Now, of course, it's a worry that you have the hard left and the National Rally having the control of the assembly when it comes to the actual establishment. But maybe we need a bit of a shake-up. Maybe the French need to wake up and actually learn from mistakes. And this is not a mistake last night. It's actually a natural cycle in politics. You need to just learn from it. It is what it is. Now, we're going to come back, as we said, at 6 p.m. we have our full interview with the leader of Reform UK, Richard Tice. And at 7 p.m. we have an interview with the Tory MP, Lee Anderson. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.